I want to clarify that love issue because it's so simple, and every one of us is playing the same game in our own way. We all chose the parents that we chose and the life that we chose purposely because we knew we would not be loved and accepted the way we wanted to be by them. So because of that, we spend our whole life trying to find somebody out there that's going to love us the way we wanted to be loved to begin with. So we didn't get it in the womb. We didn't get it when we were a child the way we wanted now. We could have been showered with love, but if it's not what we wanted the way we wanted it, it doesn't count. So now I'm looking for a relationship that's going to solve my problems and love me the way that I wanted to be loved, because now I'll recognize that they have recognized me and they now see the value in me, and because they see the value in me, I can see the value in me, but I won't believe them.
So we go from one to the next to the next.
Yes, because even if it's true and they do love us, we won't accept it because we don't love ourselves.
That's right.
All right? Now, God loves those who love themselves. All right? So until you choose to love yourself just as you are, because this is what you chose to be, to find out how to love yourself as you are, you can't share love or receive love because you don't know what it is. It's just caring. All right? And what is true love, really? Is caring. All right? And when you're negative, you're not caring for yourself at all. You're punishing yourself for not being what you think you should be to be worthy of care. All right? And it's that simple.
It is.
Right? And until you love yourself, it's just some idea that we're still looking for somebody else to show us that we're worthy of their attention.
Oh. It's a beautiful statement that Osho makes. I will just, in mind over there, he says, we are like emperors moving around with a begging bowl, asking people for love. And that is unraveling itself more and more. That, yes, that's the case. It is.
And
Till
look
you
how we cater to other people to try and get them to love us, and then we won't accept it.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
That's absolutely right.
What? Right? Now I got one more thing to say, and then it'll be almost one. Right. Okay. It's important to understand that life is a game of self-acceptance only. We came here to understand and accept ourselves just as we are. And there's only one person like us in the entire universe. We're unique. There's not another diva, there's only one. There's not another blossom, there's only one. All right? So our individual job, each one of us, is to love what we have created. And until we love ourselves, we can't share it. We don't have it to share. All right? Now the Kabbalah, all right, says there's only two ways to go in this world. One is to learn and understand and grow for ourselves, which is an ego trip. And the other is to do all that to share. All right? When you have it, you can share it. Until you have it, you're that beggar that's begging for other people to love you and want you and accept you. And it's really interesting that when we're little, our parents tell us, you be honest, young lady, do you understand? I don't care what happens or what you do, you tell the truth and be honest. Do you get it? Then the doorbell rings. They say, go answer the door and tell them we're not home. All right? So we don't learn from what people say, we learn from what they do. So if you want to help other people change, set a good example. And by seeing you do things differently, they'll start doing things differently. They'll say, well, if she can do it, I can do it. All right? So we inspire others, like that little boy that you're talking about, that little girl, all right, by showing them the positive side of life and giving them a chance to make a choice to do it for themselves as well. All right? Because they don't think they can. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Their resistance to their fight towards life. What's the matter with me? And now they don't feel they're okay, so now they're doing their best to prove that that's true. Justify it. See? I do this and this, see? They don't like me. They don't like me anyway. So now I have a reason not to be liked because I'm doing things they don't like. Right?
I just was with my little 3-year-old granddaughter the other day, and she was hearing her mother say about buying a painting. So she disappears, and we don't know. My daughter-in-law and I are talking, and we don't bother about where she is. In a little while, I said, "Where did she go?" So I go upstairs, and there she is. Her mother and I go upstairs, and there she is. She's painting on the wall, and she's made this painting. And my daughter-in-law is really like shocked. She's, "What? What did you do? Just what did you do?" And she says, "Aren't you intelligent? I made a painting." Aren't you intelligent? 3. And it reminds me of a little story. Daniel Whiteside, one of the creators of this work, he just was a fantastic actor. And in class, he would do a lot of personifications and, things. And one day he did this little thing about a little child, who's crawling about. He's a toddler, and he's crawling about, and all of a sudden, the thrill of discovery he was talking about, the thrill of discovery that we lose as we grow. So this child is crawling about, and suddenly he has this, his eyes widen, and has this look of a warm glow on his face, and he reaches back, and he does this, and he looks, created something, And then he starts to put it on the wall, and he's making pictures out of it. And here comes his mom. He says, "What?" And there goes the warm glow of creation out of the window. So
Which means to the child that it's not okay to be creative. Exactly. Because remember, until we're 7 years old, we can't reason at all. There's only reaction. There's no reasoning.
Yeah.
Right?
But as we've said over and over again, that, these are things that are universal. This is what we all programmed, and we came here to do this job. And we chose to do it through these parents who have the perfect configuration that we need. Right? So there is no right and wrong. The parents never went to parenting school. How would they know? So when we look at the game, I think that everything makes a dramatic shift, and we need to keep reminding ourselves, because the brain is not used to doing that and holding on to it. It still wants a job to do, so it keeps going back to the old fear of more pain thing.
I had a friend in the UK, and her son got mugged on a train. And she came home, and he was a teenager, and he got mugged by 3 guys on the train. She came home, and he'd got a paint, and he'd taken a brush, and with red, he'd painted all over every inch of every wall in his room. All these anger and all this, he'd vented it all out. And I said, "Sharon, like what the hell's gone on with Jamie's room?" She said, "It's okay, he's just venting." And she just let it be. And she really didn't react to it. And she said, when he's fed up of seeing all his anger, we'll change it. And he sat in that room for like 5 months, and then he's like, "Mum's got to go." And then they changed it. But she let him sit with it. And I was astounded, because that whole process, my house, what have you done? You've ruined it, and you've this. And it was horrible stuff he wrote all over the wall as well. I was like, oh my God. But she just let it be, and she said, "It's fine. He needs to just express, and it doesn't matter. God made paint. We'll paint it when he's ready." It's like, yeah, really good. Yeah.
And until we understand that we created our belief system, all its doubts and fears and limitations, and own it, we can't change it. The minute that we own it and say, "Yeah, I did that, and I understand why I did that, isn't that interesting?" Now we can change it. Because what we have created, only we can change. Nobody can fix us. Nobody can change us. We got to do it ourselves. It's a do-it-yourself game. All right? And we're all here to learn to be, are you ready for this one? Positively selfish.
Yes. Yes. That's where it all
Right?
begins.
Which means give you what
Positively
you want the way
selfish.
you want it. And then you have it to share. Everybody breathe. Okay, let's break. Have the water run a little bit and then have a tea break.
Sorry. I like that.